It was very promising too, because when you're driving, there's like super shiny. It's like an oasis. It's like an oasis, but I swear to God, you could probably get MERS there. It's that bad. welcome. Daddy Bits, our trade idea show hosted by the Trading Daddies. I am your host, the Master Crayon Eater, and for his first episode ever, Poster Boy
in the building.
Poster Boy in the building.
For the folks who are still wondering what happened to my name, if you guys are always on Discord, you guys would know Poster Boy. That's me. I always keep getting dunked on, jabbed on, you name it, right? It's like I'm not even there, but people are still talking about me. I mean, it's all fun and jokes, but I mean, it's all pure entertainment. Right? You keep getting dunked on. Poster Boy is in the building.
Poster Boy's in the building. How's your weekend, dude? This is
man, what a beautiful Sunday. And first of all,
it is a great Sunday.
It is very smoky out here. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of a lot of forest fires up north, Oregon, Northern California. And they're just blowing it out here. So we went hiking yesterday. We climbed a volcano. We went explored a couple of caves. It was pretty cool. It was
nice.
Beautiful day. Nice.
Went to Santa Cruz yesterday. Took the family out to the boardwalk.
I saw that.
That place is packed.
Do they still have rides and all?
Oh yeah, the rides are open.
They're open now.
Dude, did you know they go off a point-based ticketing system, and the last time I went to Santa Cruz was my daughter, I think, was like 1 or 2. I think it was like 2008.
Yeah,
and I was broke back then, and now that I'm looking at it, like, damn, dude, certain rides are like $8 a pop. $8, yeah, because per point is $1.
That's inflation, bro.
It's inflation. Like there's and parking was a pain, dude. Parking was a pain.
I bet it's always been a pain.
I hate parking.
They're never gonna expand that. That's why you always got to park in the residential areas.
COVID happened, and you would think it would be in their best interest to build a parking structure. But no,
there's no more land. Yeah.
No, they need to build up because there's no more land. They can expand up. They need to build up. Right.
Hey, you know those houses by the boardwalk, $1 million homes.
Oh, for sure. Also,
beautiful view. Yeah.
Also, I would hate to live there.
Yeah, it's a tourist spot.
How are you gonna get out?
Yeah, they do a lot of Airbnbs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. The houses overall looking on the cliff, though.
Man,
pretty.
Yeah,
pretty. Some big news today.
Yeah,
Richard Branson. Hold on a second. Let me get to it. Richard Branson has now launched himself to space.
That is pretty cool, though.
Yeah. So now he is the biggest dick in space.
First billionaire in space.
Richard Space Dick Branson has gone to space, and he's returned
safely.
Now there's something called proof of concept, SPCE. I hope you bought calls. And there's another, this Andrew, the person we had yesterday, right? He's also in a Facebook group. You were also in that Facebook group.
Yeah.
Somebody threw out the idea that maybe I should do out of the money calls or out of the money puts, and I said, why not both? And cut the loser in the morning. That's a sound. That's a sound investment. Because the loser, if you cut it in the morning, your winner's gonna shoot up and recover those losses. I'm just saying that there could have been some wisdom there, and especially if you did it at the money, that would have been amazing.
That's actually a trading strategy. If you trade ETFs, like for example, the 3 times leverage, gold or gas or oil, you know what I'm talking about, like JNUG, like DWT. I know, right? A lot of people actually choose, like, for example, if they're going into the weekend, they choose both JNUG and JDust, right? And then they let the runners run, and then they just cut the loser. So overall,
Nice.
it's a strategy. Look it up.
Nice.
Google.
No, this episode is going to be very interesting because we have space also is a heavily shorted stock, right? It's a meme stock essentially. But we have another short interest stock that we want to bring to the table, and make sure that you guys keep that on the watch list. And if you guys want to know more, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, give us a nice preemptive thumbs up if you guys like this content. If you gave us a thumbs down, your mama's a hoe. If you want us to cover any stocks, make sure that you guys drop it down in the comment section below, and let's get to it after this intro. All right, let's talk about member gains. There are no member gains. The market's closed. Don't be too excited.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to know more, make sure you guys watch the video all the way through, and we could tell you guys how to get those. All right. The first stock that we want to cover is FireEye as a review of what we talked about last Friday.
Didn't do
right? It didn't do anything, right? And we said on FireEye, it's one of those stocks that you just kind of, it's a meh, right? It's something that to keep on your watch, because right here, this consolidation,
it's been
there could be
for quite some time now.
And this right here, this little dump right here, and a little bit of pop. It's thinking of making a move. Okay. It's thinking of making a move. So short term, I would probably play this short term, but not long term, right? Did we take the trade? That's the question. No, we did not take the trade. We didn't like what it did on Friday, so hands off, right?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you're gonna get from the new format. Is we'll introduce a stock on the next day, we'll cover it to see if we took the trade, and if we made any gains, we'll definitely tell you guys.
Yeah.
If we're holding, whatever the plan is, so you guys have an idea of what we're trading, right? So a little bit more transparency on that side. The next stock that we want to cover, obviously, is Space. SPCE.
Man.
This is
big news. I think this thing can be a runner. This thing can be a runner tomorrow, especially with all the great news that happened. And on top of that, Elon Musk bought a ticket, supposedly.
Yeah.
It was all over Twitter.
Our Lord and Savior, Lord Elon.
Apparently, they're best friends.
Look at that.
That's a nice wedge.
That's a pretty wedge.
Yeah. And
that is a pretty wedge.
It might break it tomorrow on the upside.
It might actually. I want to take a look at after hours on. Yeah, after hours, not a whole lot.
Yeah,
it didn't do much. But this wedge, I say this wedge is nice. This wedge has some potential.
Yeah,
especially tomorrow. I want to see what's the short interest on SPCE right now.
It's pretty high actually.
Let me see.
It's always been high. 20%, 21%.
Really?
Yeah.
21%.
And the float, it's only 240 million. It's not.
Oh God,
not much.
Oh God, yeah. This is, if you guys are long on space, you guys are about to. I feel like I have a feeling that you guys are in for a nice payday tomorrow, or for the next few days.
Especially with all the good news. Yeah.
Yeah, this is great news for day traders. For day traders, you know what we do. You know what we do for day trades.
0 DTE.
No, I mean, it's going to be 5 DTE, but I'm going to take this trade anyways.
Yeah.
If I could scalp this,
all the memes were coming out with Jeff Bezos like sleeping on the bed, and then that girl was like, oh, I bet he's still thinking about Mackenzie. Branson just launched his rocket today.
Bezos sent out a fact sheet yesterday, a comparison fact sheet, saying that Virgin Galactic spacecraft is bad for the environment. What an asshole!
What a savage, man! And he also mentioned size matters.
Oh my God!
And then, I mean, his rocket really
it does look like a dick.
Rocket.
It's a phallus. It's a full-on phallus. It's a full-on phallus. It's one of those things where it's like, oh man, that's a big dick.
It's like you're watching a drama show, right? And you just have your popcorn, and you're like, you got these two billionaires just going at it, right? And then obviously, Jeff Bezos has. I think he's ahead on this one. Okay, he can do whatever he wants.
He's ahead and ahead. I didn't know. I don't know if you intended that pun, but that was there. It was right there.
Check this out, though. So he's going to launch his own rocket, right? 9 days from now.
If that fails, I'm going to start calling it Blue Balls Origin.
But what's going to happen to Amazon, though?
It doesn't matter what happens to Amazon.
Yeah, it's still tied to it.
You think so? I don't know, because he's no longer the CEO of the company.
Yeah, I mean,
it could. I mean,
it definitely could. I'm gonna tell you this: Pelosi's husband.
Oh, savage!
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
Hey, Mr. Pelosi, if you're listening to this, Mr. Pelosi, I know you're a San Franciscan. You're a San Franciscan. Mr. Pelosi, I'd like to have coffee. I want to have coffee with you. I want to pick your brain.
He's a straight winner.
He's a straight winner. He's a straight shooter. Right. If you're going to play the market, you play the market with no. Yeah.
Amazon.
Savage. A full set. Mr. Pelosi, where do you live? You're rich. Mr. Pelosi, you're rich. You're probably living in Pack Heights. Mr. Pelosi, let's have some coffee. You remember that gag? In Austin Powers where they launch, like at the very end, they launch like a penis-shaped rocket, and everybody's like, "Oh, that looks like a big Johnson." Johnson. But this wedge is definitely alive. Keep space on your watch list for tomorrow and the next coming days. If the shorts end up covering, this is gonna rocket. I feel like this is gonna rocket. Pun intended.
Well, a little disclaimer: space is very volatile. Okay, we're talking about the stock here, SPCE. SPCE is very volatile. This thing can run 10, 20% days. We've seen it.
We've seen it. We've definitely seen it, right? We've definitely seen it. Again, not financial advice. These are stocks that John and I are trying to find value in, and we may or may not take the trade, right? If you guys are following our trades, make sure that you guys manage your risk accordingly.
When it comes to risk, do set up a stop loss. I'd set it at 48 because this thing can drop too. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Explain a stop loss to me like I'm an infant, John.
A stop loss is when, how about this? You're at the casino, okay? You're playing roulette. You put down $100 on black, okay? And then black hits. So now you have $200, okay? Now you take that $100, you put it in your pocket, okay? Now you take that profit, you put it on black again, and then red hits, that's it. You walk away. That's your stop loss because your 100 is in your pocket.
Okay, now explain that to me like I'm a sperm cell.
Okay, stop loss is when you cut your loss early. That's it. I'm not even going to tell you how to play roulette. Okay, just don't trade. There's your stop loss.
Just don't trade. No, definitely set up your stop losses. Make sure that you guys manage your risk accordingly. We can't stress that enough. The next stock that we want to cover is Upstart. UPST. We've covered Upstart before. We've talked about Upstart before, and the reason why we're reiterating Upstart is this. Good Lord. Let me draw this.
It's consolidating. Yeah.
This right here. What is that?
It's a nice.
It keeps on getting rejected around the 134 mark.
Yeah, on the EMA. Yeah.
On the EMA, right?
Yeah.
Now, Friday, we had this red candle right here. Although it tried to break it. That's what it means to me. Right. Yeah. It started at the top. It tried to stay there. It just didn't stay there. Bounced around a little bit. This MACD is close. MACD is close. The RSI is amazing. This is also has a 19-20% short interest.
Yeah. 17. Yeah.
For a company that's not horrible.
Yeah.
Right. It's just, I guess this is what happens to disruptors. if you're a disruptor in your field, you get shorted heavily.
Yeah.
Right? Because not a whole lot of people understand it. The analysts over at the big institutions don't know what they're doing. Right? They're smooth brains, not the smooth brain ape kind that we are. We're smooth because we're smooth criminals, but they're smooth for no reason because they're just that dumb, in my opinion. Yeah, they have MBAs in economics, but they don't have MBAs in apeonomics. That's what we have. But I feel that 20% short interest on a company that is still trying to find its bearings.
Yeah.
And its valuation is pretty good. $120 a share. This could run if the shorts end up covering, and this consolidation is something that tells me that if it were to drop, it would already have.
Dude, 7 months ago it IPO'd at 22.
Exactly.
So this thing can run.
Yeah.
When the floodgates open, like we've seen it where earnings time. Okay. They reported earnings. 3 days later, shot up. Three folds.
Oh yeah.
Right, from 50s to 160 in 3 days. So this thing has a potential to pop. So we just gotta wait for
leaps.
I like it.
I like it for leaps. I do like it for leaps. They're a little bit expensive on premiums, but you know what?
It's a tech company. Yeah.
You have to pay for the premium.
Yeah.
You have to pay the premium. So we'll cover this again tomorrow to see if we took the trade or not. We'll definitely keep this on watch, but I would suggest you guys keeping this on watch as well. All right. And as we mentioned before, if you guys interested about making the same gains that we showed yesterday, hit us up over on Bust Down Investments. Hit up JSP's Trades over on Instagram. bustdowninvestments.com for all the information. Oh, is that a cat? Yeah. So make sure you guys hit up over Bust Down Academy, bustdowninvestments.com. Follow us on all our social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John on John C Trades. Follow us both at Trading Daddies, tradingdaddies.com for all your news, your merch. And with that being said, let's get trading. And remember that the charts do not lie.
Yeah.